Hello. Do you like me being bald?
Oh, hello there!
Hello folks, welcome to my channel. I'm Iris. So today I am going to do something really different, and I am not going to play, of course. So today's topics is all about ranking anger of the stick games depending on the difficulty, or depending of how hard or how easy each anger of stick game is. And I'm gonna tell you something that I've put many anger of stick games, the old versions and the iOS or Android devices, and trust me, I've played them all, kinda, and so on with this. So let's start. However, before you start, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. And thanks for the 1K subscribers. I was almost saying that we need to reach 1,000 subscribers quickly, but I've already achieved this achievement of this stream. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get started. So folks, these are all the anger of stick games that I've played, and those are all the anger of stick games, all of them, without exception, I guess. I hope I didn't exclude or forget any game. So let's get right into the ranking of anger of stick games depending on the difficulty. Not depending on who is the best and who is the worst. So let's start with Anger of a Stick, just Anger of a Stick. This is the oldest Anger of a Stick game, which was published or developed in 2009 or in 2010. I don't know exactly. So I would like to tell you that I will put it depending on the difficulty. Of course, you have the Impossible, which is the hardest game ever. I will choose only one of the games, and you have the hard one, the medium, and the easy. Should I explain to you why exactly? So those are the Anger of Stick games, and I will rank them depending on the difficulty. So, Anger of Stick, I will classify it as depending on the difficulty that you chose. Not because maybe you have the medium, easy, and hard inside this game. So it's all about your how you put or what you put your difficulty. Like you put easy or medium or hard. You get what I mean, right? So, and second, we have Anger of Stick Friend. Of course, I will put it depending on the difficulty that you chose. But if you would like me to classify it, I will classify it as hard, in my opinion, because if you put it inside this game into the hard mode or the difficulty in your mobile phone is hard. So I would like to tell you that if you put it in the hard, you will get the keys and the coins a lot. However, if you put it in medium, it will be easy. But in exchange, they won't give you a lot of keys, which is hard for you, and you can't kill all the people when you play Go Destination round because it will be so hard, and you have only 3 souls maximum. So I will put it as hard, but in general, I will put it as depending on the difficulty that you have put or you have chosen. Then you have Anger of Stick 2, the iOS version. Well, I don't find the difference between the Anger of Stick 2, the iOS version, which is only available for iOS devices, just like the iPhone or the iPad, and the Android, which is available for my mobile phones. Well, I will put those two depending on the difficulties, as expected. This is the iOS version, and this is the Android version. There are some slight differences, like in iOS version, you have the multiplayer that nobody played it. I would like to play it if it worked, because I have only Android devices, and you have the Android version of Anger of Stick 2. There is just, instead of the multiplayer game you have or match, you have only the raid instead of the multiplayer match. So those are all the Anger of Stick games depending on the difficulty. Now let's get right into the Anger of Stick Free Invasion, not Anger of Stick 1. In the past, it was called Anger of Stick Free Invasion, and it was only named for the iOS devices. Well, as someone who played more than 15 rounds of this game, I find it literally the hardest Anger of Stick game that I've ever played, because you have stronger enemies, they are more stubborn, they will hit you, and they are professional, or they have experience about how to hit you. They are harder than the new version of it, which is Anger of Stick 1, and they also give you a little money, not a lot, a little bit of money, more like you have LB7. Maybe he will be fighting in the further rounds, in round 13 or 14 of this game. You will see that it will be so difficult that the pause method, this pause method is the only way that you can make it alive, or finish the round completely. But you would say that this game is really hard for me, that I feel the adrenaline inside me. So I put it as the hardest one, the impossible. Not, you could say extremely difficult, but not impossible. But I would put it as impossible. And then we have Anger of Stick Free. Just Anger of Stick Free. They are the same for the iOS versions and the Android devices. Anger of Stick Free in both mobile phones, they are the same. There's nothing different about those two, I guess. I didn't find it quite difficult. I am just following the steps, like if you are around four, yeah, you will fight with X guy, and then in round 5 you begin with the Brave guy, and in round 9 you begin with the LB7, and you continue to the next planet with Ro, and the next planet with Joe, and so on. I didn't find it quite difficult. Well, but it's not easy, to be honest, because in the beginning you will find it hard, but when you buy Joe, in the end it will be easy. Like in the beginning,
everything or anything is hard at the beginning, but at the end of the day, you will find it easy once you get used to it.
Wow!
So I would put it as medium, normal, not easy, and not hard. The beginning is hard, but when you continue playing this game, you will find it easy, like it's in balance. Now we have Anger of Stick for the old version. Well, many people didn't play Anger of the Stick for the old version. You could say a lot of them, but those who play Anger of Stick for the new version of it, you won't experience, or you don't experience how hard was Anger of Stick for the old version, which was available for both mobile phones devices, the iOS devices and for the Android devices. They were available for both versions of mobile phones. Well, to be honest, you have this in the single battle. When you play, just let me think. When you play with 4 stages in any round, when you play 4 stages, do you know that the EXP, you get EXP, and then when you get EXP, the money to upgrade your hero will be reduced. Do you know that in the newest version, if you play just a round with only 1 stage or 2 stage, you will get a minus of 5,000 coins when you want to upgrade your hero instantly or immediately without waiting for it to be 0. However, in the old version of Anger of Stick 4, if you play around with 4 stages, do you know that you will get a minus of less than 4,000 coins? I will give you two photos. The first photo was published on 2023 or 24, I don't know exactly when I published. In round 96, you would see that my character is Super Skull with the Super Skull. How to explain it? The Super Skull character has all the diamonds in the old version when I reached to the round 96. However, in the new version, in round 114, I guess, you would see that I am playing with Super Skull, but instead with Super Skull, who has only 4 diamonds. He didn't reach to his full potential. I am hearing birds fighting each other. We'll just keep up with it. In the past, I was playing Anger of Stick for the old version, like playing the same rounds over and over again, just like they are exciting, you have fierce battles. So in the end, I would put Anger of Stick for the old version as a hard one. Yes, it's quite hard. Now, let's go with the Angry Stickman 2015. Many of you don't know this game. Well, this game was a copycat, or it wasn't made by G Park or developed by G Park. It was a fan made, to be more specific. I won't call it as easy or medium. I don't know what to call it, because I don't know if we can make another playlist of it. There's nothing. I don't know if I can make another tier list about games that you don't know if they are easy or hard. But for me, when you fight the final boss of the Angry Stickman 2015, you'll find it hard but the enemies are easy. Just like go to the right side immediately and then kill them with the weapons that they gave you already. So just watch some videos about Angry Stickman, and I will put it as medium. I didn't find it difficult, but fighting the final boss is quite hard. But fighting the enemies is not difficult. This game is a fan made, and it wasn't well made, to be honest. Just like Anger of Stick EX Nightmare. So next we have Anger of Stick 5, the old version. Well, I've played until around 11. About Anger of Stick 5, the old version, and I found it quite difficult because you don't have those I'll add weapons that they are so powerful that only 1 or 2 bullets is enough to kill your opponent. But in the old version you have the bat instead of the grenades, and you have only two sections, the weapons and your friend section. Instead of you have the one who has a pistol instead of the one who has the grenade. So I will classify Anger of Stick 5, the old version, as the hard one, alongside with Anger of Stick 4. Well, let me tell you something, that it's a stereotype for me, that the older versions of Anger of Stick games and the iOS Anger of Stick games are they are harder or more difficult than the new ones, unfortunately. Well, at least I experienced playing Anger of Stick 5, the old version, and Anger of Stick 4, the old version. Thank God. Now, Anger of Stick 3, the new version. Well, I've played it just like Anger of Stick 3 or Anger of Stick 1, the same as Anger of Stick 3 Invasion, the Android version of it, of course. So I will classify Anger of Stick 3 as easy because I've played certain rounds and I find it quite easy. Also, Anger of Stick 1 or Anger of Stick 3 Invasion, the Android version, I will put it as easy because they are so easy to complete. And don't worry, I've played it, and since the start of my YouTube channel, I played Anger of Stick 3 Invasion, the Android version of it, or the Anger of Stick 1. It was easy, as if I am relaxing, I am just wasting time without feeling the adrenaline or the excitement or tension when you are barely making it. So, and then you have Anger of Stick 5, the new version, which is you are playing it all right now, and it's available on Play Store. Well, with the ads weapons, I will classify it as easy. However, the beginning, it will be not hard. I will put it as medium, not easy and not hard. But if you play it with those with full money and full diamonds, you will classify it as extremely easy. But for me, I never once played any Anger of Stick game with many coins or many diamonds, and with the Hulk transformation in Anger of Stick 5. I never played it. Well, I've downloaded it and I've played it, and I find it quite easy. Like it only takes 2 minutes to finish the first round. However, in Anger of Stick 5, the old version, it takes almost 5 minutes to complete in the old version of Anger of Stick 5. And then we have the only 2 games, Anger of Stick 5 EX, or in general they call it Anger of Stick 5 Nightmare. Advice, you do not play because you will feel the rage baiting. How rage baiting this game is, of course. So I will put it as impossible. Unfortunately, I will choose 2 games as impossible. Unfortunately, and it wasn't well made. To the one who made this game, which is a copycat version of it, or let me tell you that the game, the company who made it, are the same who created or updated Anger of Stick 5, which is called Kowon. Yes, it's Kowon. It's pronounced Kowon. I don't know. And then lastly, we have Anger of Stick 4, the new version, which all of you are playing it right now. As someone who has played it, it's not easy because at the end you will see the temperature and the excitement while playing Anger of Stick 4. In the beginning you will see it as easy, satisfying to play. There is nothing like you need to repeat playing the same or the old round so that your hero will become powerful enough that only two punches will kill your enemy. So I will classify it as medium. And this is my tier list about Anger of Stick games, depending on the difficulty. I don't know how to classify this one. Should I say depending on your difficulty or according to the difficulty that you have put? So I will read it to you I will repeat reading it to you right now. Impossible. I've chosen Anger of Stick Free Invasion, the iOS version of it, and Anger of Stick 5 Nightmare. Well, it's impossible, but what does it mean that the game is quite exciting and quite promising? No, 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 no. It wasn't well made, and if you reach to the round 20, I doubt that you are making it to the round 20 of this game, of course, which is the last round of this game. And then I've chosen only two games that are hard, and then medium, Anger of Stick 3, Anger Stickman 2013, Anger of Stick 5 and 4, the new versions of these games, and easy, Anger of Stick 1, the Android version, and Anger of Stick 3, the new version, of course. Well, this Anger of Stick 3 and the above, this one is the old version, which is available for iOS and Android devices, and this one is available for Android device, the new version. I don't know if it's available for iOS. And of course, Anger of Stick for the old version is they were available for both mobile phones versions of it, like the iOS devices and the Android devices. And lastly, depending on the difficulty or according to the difficulty you have put or you have chosen, I put 4 games: Anger of Stick, Anger of Stick Friend, Anger of Stick 2, the iOS version, and Anger of Stick 2, the Android version. Welcome again, folks. So, we reached to the conclusion. However, before we leave this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Comment below, watch my previous videos, and share this video with your friends. Also, don't forget to read the description if you want to follow me on Facebook or on social media, and to subscribe to my second channel and to my third channel. And I've made a public tier list or a top plate about this game or about Anger of Stick. I've made a public template. I would put the link down in the description if it I wish or I hope it will work out. And with that, folks, at long last, see you soon on the next video. Peace. You are laughing, right? Because I am bold. You are laughing.